On November 27th, Hytale rewarded the community's patience of waiting for nearly 3 months with 4 new separate blog posts on one day. We attempted to go over the major details earlier last week about all 4, but today, we are going into much deeper detail on one specific blog post, the progress update. We believe there are many details from these blog posts that people may have missed as they quickly read through them, so today, we are reviewing everything we may have missed while reading the progress update blog post. My name is Ven, and let's get this video rocking. As always, we'd like to invite you over to our Discord, where you can join in with the largest Hytale community discussing all things Hytale. We host many different community events, with our most upcoming artwork event being hosted very soon. If you're interested in a chance of winning a month of Discord Nitro, the link is in the description. After such a long silence, Hytale begins their post with a much needed warm welcome, letting us know that this blog post may be a little different than usual. They mentioned that, instead of focusing on a single feature or big reveal, we're going to round up a selection of the work that the team has been doing lately. This is one way that we're changing up how we approach this blog. If people enjoy this format, then you can expect us to make more use of it in the future. As outlined in the November development update, we're planning to start showing aspects of the game that are pretty early in development, while being mindful of spoilers, of course. As such, please bear in mind that everything you see represents work in progress and may change substantially by the time Hytale is released. In short, this brand new blog post is sprinkled with a little bit of everything that the Hytale team has been working on in the past 3 months. Keep in mind that while many of these ideas and images look and sound incredible, everything is a work in progress, so changes may occur later at any time. Though, it's hard to think some things are a work in progress when you discover how beautiful the new biomes for Zone 1 and 2 are. Over the last few weeks, 2 new biomes have been incorporated into the World Gen systems for Zone 1 and 2. In Zone 1, you might encounter a autumn forest, a densely wooded area where the leaves have turned deep orange and brown. Explore to find mushrooms, pumpkin crops, and some decorative glowing flora. The way the sun shines through the branches and emphasizes the glow of the orange leaves is absolutely breathtaking. This new biome looks fantastic, and it perfectly fits in with the atmosphere of the other Zone 1 biomes. Next, they showed the new biome for Zone 2. Explorers in Zone 2, meanwhile, may now stumble across an oasis. These verdant areas provide stark contrast to the desert wilderness, and an opportunity to harvest materials that may not be easy to find elsewhere. Be mindful, however, you're not the only creature that may be drawn to an isolated lagoon. This new oasis shows off the true diversity of Zone 2's environment. The bundle of leaves hanging from the tall trees and the pretty pink flowers near the ground bring this whole lagoon biome together. Next, let's get into some farming mechanics. The Hytale team has shared with us multiple pictures about farming, as well as stated that farming is an important part of Hytale, and the last few months have been spent refining the design and implementation of key aspects of the feature, including tilling the earth, planting seeds, and harvesting crops that grow in real time over the course of several in-game days. As you can see in this first image, you can see many types of different crops planted, as well as 2 wheelbarrows which look to be holding various amounts of items. It also could be used for mobility and moving all of your farming equipment around. You can also see in the back right of the first image, there is the return of the target board, which we last saw when the vicious pigeon was going to use a throwing knife to hit the bullseye. Hytale shows us many new crops we can hope to plant and grow, including wheat, carrots, pumpkins, eggplants, and cauliflower. They also have torches with green flames surrounding the garden, possibly protecting the crops from some entity, or maybe speeding up the growth of the plants, or they could just be simply for lighting effects. But please let us know in the comments down below what you think these mysterious torches are meant for. They go into depth about the new monsters and mysteries section of the blog post. The Hytale team starts this section by saying, "Many new creatures and adversaries are in the works. You can expect to see some of these cropping up in screenshots in future posts, and even later in this one. In the meantime, here's a sneak peek at a new undead creature." The Hytale team is very creative with their character and world design, and if there are to be creatures that look as wicked and twisted as this, We want to stay as far away as possible until we are prepared for the battle. Hytale followed up by saying, "This is all just a sample of the progress that we've been making with Hytale's adventure mode. We can't wait to show you even more. We're going to close out this update with some in-development shots of environments and creatures from elsewhere. There'll be time to go into more detail in the future, but for now, we hope you enjoy this glimpse into some of the challenges you'll face when you enter some of the adventure modes as yet uncharted territories. Who knows, maybe we will find this undead creature in this pungent-looking underground territory. We well know that wherever we find this creature, it will be just as repugnant and twisted as the hole it lives in. Also, we can see from this image, it seems like this well-geared character is in some sort of sewer. We're unsure of what biome this would be in, or even which zone, but one thing is for certain, it does not look safe to be in." The last image that the Hytale team treats us with is the first sight of in-game dinosaurs. Everyone's thoughts are that this biome they are in is either going to be underground or in a very deep forest. We're not entirely sure where this is located, but we assume that there will be a future blog post dedicated to the dinosaur species and their habitats. So obviously, you see the dinosaur on the front of the image, but how many of you saw Propsy running away from a huge dinosaur in the back? Not only does this show off another cool dinosaur, but it also shows the character to dinosaur height ratio. Wow! The dinosaurs are going to be massive creatures. And with that prehistoric info drop, that wraps up the progress update blog post. But wait, we have some exciting theories and artwork coming from community members around Hytale. We hope you enjoy today's segments of Highlights, where we share such amazing talents we have as a community and highlight content creators and community members for their amazing Hytale artwork, creative tweets, and thoughtful theories. The first theory comes from theorist Shadrock D, where he says, Hytale might feature metal alloys or mixes, expanding their tier list of weapons and armor. This could be vital in keeping common ores useful later game, by allowing them to be mixed together for better metals. Take this silver steel sword for example. This is a really neat idea. I would love to see materials and ores like copper and iron to be used in creating more advanced alloys. Smelting down and somehow refining iron to create a steel component for crafting? Yes, please. Next, we have a great render from Fire Hytale, who is ready for the holiday season by showing off his winter render of a snowman and what looks to be his Christmas-themed character in a deep wintry forest. Great 3D render, Fire. We love seeing art from you. And next, we have a thoughtful theory coming in from BioLucker. He is one of a really well-known group of theorists in the community, so this one's going to be really interesting. If we want to get a gist of what Zone 5 and 6 is going to look like, we first have to look at what has already been shown about these and all of the other zones. We already know that every zone has a primal element from when it draws inspiration and overall theme. Although very little has been revealed of Zone 5 and 6. We already have good information about the rest of them, and from that, we could draw some conclusions. First, we have to keep in mind that it seems like every zone is progressively more dangerous than the one before it. So we got Zone 1's Emerald Grove. The element is based on Earth, and things here look very peaceful apart from the occasional Trork camp. Next, we got Zone 2's Howling Sands. The base element here is wind, and the environment seems a little harsher than Zone 1. A little more dry and warmer environment. Next, we have Zone 3's Boreal Forests. Its elements will be water, and there'll be lots of water in it in all forms, including rivers and snow. This is also the main zone where we'll be facing the Outlanders and powerful monsters like Yetis. Lastly, we got Zone 4's Devastated Lands. Fire is the main element here, as we'll see a blasted land with active volcanoes and lava rivers. Here we'll encounter the Slothians and some dinosaurs in the primal jungles underground possibly. All that being said, each and every one of these zones revealed so far have a lot of similarities with the environments we see in our own planet, from snowy mountains to dry deserts, but the one that is lacking is a very humid jungle. This kind of biome could work with the lightning element that doesn't have a zone revealed to it. Imagine an electrically charged jungle with a forever going lightning storm. Lastly, there's the void element that we assume is the one that will be the primal element of Zone 6. What kind of environment would be a zone which the void has a main element? Well, it seems that while the Hytale developers did a pretty good job in hiding the details of Zone 5 and Zone 6 in the World Zones research concept art, if we look closely and with some help of an image editing software, we could catch a glimpse of what it could look like. In that concept art, we can see what looks like some tentacles sprouting from the earth, as well as a tower with some chains attached from the ground to the very top of it. We can also see what looks like an open sky temple. Maybe Zone 6 is when we'll encounter the main fortress of Varen. We're not going to comment on this theory quite yet, as we would love to hear what you guys think of it without hearing our opinion first. Even if our opinion is that we love the idea of a zone with a constant and dangerous lightning storm roaring on. Anyways, share what's on your mind and what you think of these awesome theories in the comments down below. Anyways, that wraps up today's quick video recap of the blog post. You can follow us on our Twitter at Hytale News YouTube to stay up to date with all things Hytale and know exactly when a new video drops. With that being said, we hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like on the video to show your support, and don't forget to subscribe. We will very soon be releasing our next video, focusing on the remaining blog posts that were shared last week. We also have the largest and most active Discord server regarding all things Hytale, so feel free to hop in and join on the conversations and the discussions today. Help us decide future video topics and much, much more. You can find the Discord link in the description of any of our videos. Again, my name is Ven, and this has been Hytale News. Check you later.